Hello everybody, SuperTim101 here with another build review. And today we're going to be revisiting the Griffin 2N. I did a review of this mech back with the old skill tree, so I wanted to check it out again, see what we can do with the new skill tree, and just go over the gloriousness of the Griffin 2N. The Griffin 2N is the Griffin that has the ECM, which makes it arguably one of the best Griffins. I like the Griffin chassis just in general, but it does have some shortcomings. It's very tall. In the game that I'll post, you'll see that I'm like maybe even a little bit taller than, or at least the same size as like an archer that's right next to me. So you're like heavy mech size in terms of height, but you are a little bit thinner than heavy mech. So like if they're shooting projectiles at you from far away, the chance to miss is a little bit higher because of these sort of gaps in your chassis. But you also have these big shield arms that you should use a lot when you're a Griffin to spread the damage as much as possible. Nevertheless, you have these big side torsos and big center torso, and you can be easy to shoot at because of your size. But it's still a really good mech. It's fairly tanky for a 55-ton medium, and has a pretty good payload. This is one of my favorite mechs in the game, and it's just super effective. So, with all of that said, let's jump into the mech lab. Pretty straightforward. We've got 4 MRM10s for a total of MRM40 and a light PPC, which seems like it might be a little bit low on firepower, especially since it's got 4 missile hardpoints. You can put all sorts of stuff in there, and it has 2 energy hardpoints, and I'm only using 1 of them. But I wanted to stick with a light engine 270 in this case, which gives me 79.5 kph, and run enough jump jets to get some poptart available. What's good about the MRM10s is that they come out really quick. Some of the larger MRM launchers shoot out kind of like a fire hose. They'll shoot. It takes a little while for all the missiles to get out of the tubes, but because the MRMs are, only a few tubes, 10 of course, they shoot out really quick. They almost come out like SRMs, but they have much longer range. And they have a pretty good cooldown, so you can shoot them often and get that damage in as if you have more than just MRM40. And I would at some point like to figure out how to put another light PPC in, but I haven't figured that out yet, and one so far is working. It's a little bit of vestigial. It's nice to shoot down UAVs. It takes 2 shots, but it's nice for that. And it's nice to shut off ECM. But really, your main armament is this very quick-firing MRMs here. With all that said, let's just check out the quirks. It's not very quirked. It has PPC velocity plus 20% and heat minus 5%. And then it has these survivability quirks as well. When a mech doesn't have a whole lot of quirks like this, it means that it's already pretty good. It has good geometry, it has good hardpoints, it has things like ECM, and that's what this mech already has. So when you see a mech that isn't super quirked, it usually means that it is considered already really effective, and this mech is really effective. I did have to shave the left arm down a little bit into the shield arm, but I could shave it a little bit, the head a little bit, as well as the legs. So it's got a little bit of armor shaving, but it can still dish out damage, and it can still tank a little bit of damage. One good thing about the 55-tonners is that they typically do have quite a bit of armor, and they still can take advantage of these half-ton jump jets that are in the medium weight class. So I run 3 jump jets because it really does make it a lot more jumpy, and you'll see that in the game. So that's the build. Let's jump into the skills and see what we're running with the new skill tree. Of course, quite a bit in firepower. You want the missile nodes. I got the velocity nodes because that helps both the light PPC as well as the missile velocity. Almost the entire heat gen, almost the entire range tree, and almost the entire cooldown tree. You don't actually need this much range. I think if I was going to redo this, I might take out 2 in range, 2 in cooldown, and put it into heat gen, or maybe even all 4 in range and put it into heat gen. The MRMs do have pretty good range. They have over 550 base plus these range nodes, so you can shoot from pretty decent distance. At the time, I really liked staying a little bit further back, but in the game it's city fighting, so you get close anyway. So that's firepower, full skeletal density and armor hardening trees. the cool run and heat containment because as you will see in the game, it does get spicy. You want as much heat management as possible, which is why I might put more in the heat gen. And then the one seismic sensor, you want the 2 ECM nodes because your ECM is not nearly as effective without those. The 1 radar deprivation to get the cockpit flash when someone targets you and loses target, you get notified. And then the 1 consumable slot for a UAV and a cool shot. So that is the build. Let's jump into the game, and I hope you enjoy.
Where are we headed?
I don't know.
Kappa? There's gonna be a fight at Kappa. We should go there.
Yeah, I like to fight.
Just want to crush all the cars.
Spoonie, I anticipate you going for Epsilon. I'll give you support from the back.
I'll take a look. If they're going for it, I'll probably just fall back, but we'll see.
Understood.
Command confirming that we have possession of Kappa.
Fuel at 25%. Fuel at 25%. Fuel at 0%.
You see anything over there, Famous?
Just got one blip on Epsilon. I didn't see what it was. There was one light headed for Theta. I saw while it was coming up.
Oh yeah, they're up on top E3.
Theta is controlled by
Target
the enemy.
acquired.
Target spotted.
Epsilon's pretty clean still.
Alright, turning towards Theta.
Yeah, it's shot in the back, but it was like a small laser or something. I think there's a light creeping
Multiple
around.
contacts are at Theta.
New target acquired.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Target spotted.
I'm gonna come help you, Famous.
Yep. I'm popping this fucking whatever this is. I'm shooting it in its hand a whole bunch, and it's not feeling good.
25%.
You might want to let him have
move
Theta.
over. Get done yet.
Yeah, there's a whole lamp headed over to that
You guys okay over there?
Yeah, we're good.
Target spotted.
I'm just trying to hold
Missiles
down.
your way.
The resources. Keep it up.
Actually, it's a
Trying
big
to hold
murder.
down
You
this.
can keep them targeted.
Oh,
Yeah,
in
just
that
got
case.
jumped by at least 6 or 7.
Target spotted.
Yeah, stay out of Delta 6.
Resource point Theta is ours.
Heat level critical. Warning incoming missile. Heat level critical. Override shutdown.
Target spotted.
Heat level critical.
Nice, good job.
Target spotted.
New target
Grab Gamma
acquired.
while we can. They were trying to counter rotate around our main
Yeah,
group.
stay alive,
So I'm
looks
gonna
like
go
we
try to
can
help
win on
those guys
cap.
out real quick. They're all bunching up over there.
Target spotted.
Fuel at 25%.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They've taken Epsilon.
Alright, how are we doing on?
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Points we're doing good as long as we can keep points going. We're not doing so hot
Yeah, like.
tonnage wise.
New target acquired.
Alright, let's go.
3 of them in Fox 6.
Target spotted. Halfway to victory. We need to keep holding on
New
to our
target
resource
acquired.
points. The enemy is at 25%.
New target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
New target acquired.
Here's a UAV up Fox 6.
New target acquired. Fuel at 25%.
Target
Fuel
spotted.
at 0%.
Target spotted.
New target acquired. Fuel at 25%. Fuel at 0%.
Come and help the F5 E6 line here.
Target spotted.
I'm not doing so bad, but
New target acquired.
Almost there. One final push.
Fuel at 25%.
Yeah,
New target
but you know,
acquired.
conquest. So really, as long as we're holding defensive positions and getting the points, what really is? Who's to say what's good or bad?
New target acquired.
Enemy forces have Sigma.
Oof. I'm gonna regroup.
Theta is
Fuel
controlled by
at
the enemy.
25%. Fuel at
Target spotted.
0%. Target destroyed.
I backed myself up against a building, that's why I was
New
stuck.
target
Target spotted.
acquired.
Keep to your left. Keep to your
CT
left.
in India
Tim.
behind us, right?
Ooh,
New
yeah.
target
Oh, we got it. We got
acquired.
it.
Target destroyed.
All right, take that.
New target acquired.
Oh, I see a light moving around.
Oh, torso on Lima.
New target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Still alive.
Thank you.
Fuel at 25%.
Oh, they just read my fucking red AC2 or AC5. Those fuck. See, we were doing bad, and now we're doing good. Oh, nope, I got killed from behind.
Collected 50% of their resources. Capture resource points from them to
I got killed by a whole bunch of SRM6s.
enemy control.
Heat level critical.
Need assistance?
Override shut down.
Uh-oh. We got points. We gotta recap.
Target destroyed.
I took out his heat sink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a component destroyed.
Is
And then
are
he
they on
died.
Theta? Why did he run away from Theta? All right.
Yes, they are on Theta.
Target acquired.
Juliet Fleet.
Target spotted.
Played with Peter.
All right, we're still gonna win this one.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Target spotted.
Fucking flea, dude. I hate those things.
Back tapping Theta and then I'm going to Kappa.
Fuel at 25%.
Right.
Resource point Theta is ours.
Alright, Theta's blue.
Nice. Good job.
We have gained Epsilon. We've gathered enough.
Good job, everybody.
Nice
Wait.
work.
Triumph will provide
Good game.
Yeah.
That was a fun game.
I thought I was dying for sure when I overheated and shut down. And when I had machine guns climbing up my butt.
There's a will, there's a...
Okay.
All right, I just want to do a brief recap of that game. That game was a lot of fun. You know, I didn't used to like the Conquest game mode, but when you're in a faster mech, it's not super fast. It's only just under 80 kph. But when you're in a faster mech and you can reposition a little bit better, Conquest can actually be fun. And it does break up where the battle takes place, so you're usually fighting in places that you're not always fighting, which kind of opens up the maps a little bit and makes them a little more interesting. And that's what happened with this game. Our lance went over to a particular part of the map, Kappa, where I thought there was going to be a fight, but there wasn't. And then we kind of kept pushing over to Gamma, where we fought that Crusader. And then we swung around and supported our team. Now, our team was up on caps, but then started dying, but not to the point where like we were snowballing, just sort of we had lost a couple mechs. We were sort of losing the fight. But if you notice, we had so many cap points that they had to disengage from the fight to go cap. Now, I've been on the other side of that, had to do the same thing, and it is frustrating and typically can turn into a loss like that for them. So it worked in our favor. We got the cap points early, then we converged like towards Theta and started fighting. So we did lose a couple mechs early, but we were able to make up for it because we forced them to disengage with some of their lights, and therefore were able to actually make up on the numbers. You also saw just the effectiveness of this mech. I got to sort of duel another Griffin that was Gameray, one of my unit mates, and was able to. He was already beat up, so it wasn't just me. But that was kind of fun, just seeing the Griffin versus Griffin there, and just seeing sort of the ability to poptart with the 3 jump jets, the high mounts on the MRMs help you if you can shoot it. If you can see it, you can shoot it for the most part, and being able to dish out the damage. It was like the highest. I think it was the highest perhaps in the game. So it's a lot of fun. It still absorbs quite a bit of damage. You can use those jump jets to actually get your legs hit. You don't want to obviously blow your legs off, but use the jump jets. It throws off the hitboxes, it throws off people's aim, and it spreads the damage more to your legs because most people aim center mass. So if you can jump up and kind of mess up their aim, you can do that. I did that at the end with the Supernova when I sort of jumped past him, as well as the Mad Cat that was next to him. So it can spread damage really well, even if it's easy to shoot. Use those shield arms to spread the damage. Because the MRMs come out so quick, you can use, like I said at the beginning, you can use it as more of an SRM build. So fire, twist, fire, twist, etc., instead of having to keep your reticle on the target with the larger MRM launcher. So it's really fun, really effective mech. I highly suggest it. So that was the game. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing, and I hope you have a great day.